Welcome back to Alex's Caves mod. And we are starting off the day with, I need this bear's fur. I also need one other thing, but right now, I need this bear's fur. I tried to shear it. It doesn't work, just to let you know. You can't shear a bear. They hit not too bad. Now, I will say, if you're going to attack any of the mobs, the newer mobs, that is, because I'm still unfamiliar with their damage they do, wear really good armor. I have diamond armor. It's not the greatest, but I have diamond armor, so that does help as a whole. But I got the fur, and I needed one other thing, and it's not from this turtle. I had to remake another animal dictionary, I think is what they call them, because I don't know where my first one went to as a whole. And then there was this big catfish, and that's one of my animals on the wish list, is to get a giant catfish. Spoiler alert, I don't have a bucket, and by the time I get back, there's no catfish. There's no catfish, not even a small one. I want a giant catfish like that. Not really sure why, but the other thing I need is in the desert, and it's from this little guy here. Is a roadrunner. I need the feather. I didn't even know these roadrunners actually dropped regular feathers. These flying things just aggravate me to no end. I don't know, something about this mod pack. This is off topic. The mobs seem to track you like zombies, from a far distance. Not like a creeper, which has to be close, skeleton up close. These mobs tend to track towards you at a good distance, even if you're, let's say, at a different elevation. They seem to track towards you. I use my fortune to get that. For whatever reason, I end up using fortune often. I hate these birds. I dislike them more than dolphins. But after this, I went on another adventure because what I wanted to do was catch this owl. That's basically what it is. They named it something different, but I wanted to catch an owl. Not this cave, but it's a pretty cave. And it says it's in the dark biomes, so I specifically went to a dark oak forest. And during the day, they supposedly are camouflaged, and then at night, or basically when it's dark enough for mobs to spawn, their eyes get really big. So you should be able to see the eyeballs. But I didn't see any. I went through all of this forest and I came out at night just to see if I can see the eyeballs. I'm clearly not going to stay in there. See like that fly there? Those eyes. Eyes that big, except for they're not red. I stayed out at night, which I don't want to. I mean, out here it's not too bad because it's not my base, and of course there's no creepers to blow my face up here. But I stayed, and that's one of the first animals I actually wanted to capture, besides the obvious dinosaurs. And you know what? I don't even think this little zombie did me any damage, which was good because he was on fire. But I didn't. So I basically just left this area, went back to base, and then started on a new project, which was just collecting leaves. But I needed some cobblestone. I didn't have my iron hose for this job, so I was just up here looking. There's some kangaroos, which I didn't know were there. I found this little thing. I was just trying to find a spot to where there was some exposed stone because I needed to make another hoe just to break some leaves, because I was collecting, and it won't be shown in here, in this video at least anyway, is bananas. It is a slow process, I'll tell you that much, but I need bananas. These ants, and I'm pretty sure that is a queen ant. I've only seen two-sized ants, and the book says that the queen ants are substantially bigger and stronger than the worker ants. I don't know why there was a queen ant out there, though. It's not the first one I see. But that one does not, I didn't see a mound on this side. There was mounds across the water, very close, But I don't think ants cross water in this mod pack. That is. I don't mean in real life. I mean in this mod pack as a whole. I got some loot out of this, which was actually okay. I'm not doing the switches. I just break the block and get on with my life. Another radioactive tablet, which I already have. Not a huge deal. I needed the zombie flesh for something, and I don't remember what it was for. Something to breed, maybe? But I needed it. And then I'm exploring more, and then there's another. This is a different queen ant. I honestly thought this was a rattlesnake. It's not. It's a rain frog, because it was just raining. And it might still be raining, but of course I'm in it. No, it's not. Well, it might be. It might be. Oh, I just noticed up there on the left, you don't see them now. There was, I think, 2 tornadoes. Never saw them. The sky is a light blue. It might actually be raining right now. But that's a queen ant. It doesn't say queen ant. Another rain frog. And then there was more. Over here. I did notice on the left, that's what I was actually looking for, was an anthill. And then, of course, there's a tornado with eyeballs. I've never encountered one of these close, but I think they spit sand at you? I don't remember, but I don't want to be involved in any of that business at all. That's what I was afraid of, is these little rattlesnakes. I get a rattle from that one. Not sure what they're even for, though. I think it's a deterrent, maybe? I can't remember. It's from another mod pack. But I'll figure that out as well. I'm kind of going through the animals as a whole, like the non-vanilla animals. I'm trying to figure this out as much as I can, because they're honestly the most interesting part of this mod pack so far. It's just the animals. It's not even the caves themselves. It's just all these animals give you a reason to explore, to collect things, to see things. Obviously, you'll want to build. But if you're like me, you just like running around the world. You just like running around. So the book says, besides the very first block you saw me break, which was the anthill block, these are chamber blocks. And it says that it's supposed to be rare. But I'm breaking these with a Fortune 3 axe every time they drop the pupa, which is, of course, the baby ants. And you need the baby ants to start a new colony. And it says for you to basically place it on a grass or dirt block to start it. So I'm collecting those. See, with my hand, I just typically get the whole block. I believe same way with the shovel as well. You get the whole block. See? But I took those with me to see if I actually needed them. I don't know where the ants went to. I really don't. Now, watching this video back, I did see the ant in the tree first, but right there is when I noticed that's not one ant, by the way. That's more than one ant. They seem to be just stuck on this tree. So I break it, and boom. That's where the ants went. Oops. Sorry, but your home is gone. It wasn't on purpose. Well, it was on purpose, but if I knew if you were living there, I honestly probably still would have took it. But for this, it's going to be better. It's going to be better for all of us. And another tornado, it's got to be raining. But I'm in a dry biome, so I don't know, besides from the sky. But another tornado means it's basically time to go. Yeah, he's spitting sand at me. I don't know what kind of damage it does. Does maybe blinding? I'm not going to find out. At least right now, anyway. But back to ants. Because that's basically the rest of this episode as a whole. Except for these kangaroo. You know what? I always forget when I tame. Because this whole time for this episode was basically a redo of the last episode. That's why it's taken so long. Because I've had to redo an episode I already made. Because it didn't feel right. It didn't have enough. That's something I would like. But since I was here, I tamed some kangaroo. And kangaroos are pretty straightforward to tame. It says 10 to 15, I think. Carrots, just carrots. That's it. And basically they will do your business. But that's a totally different episode that we'll talk about more about kangaroos. But now we have kangaroos as well. But really back to the ants. Because these kangaroos, I do get them back home, by the way. They do come back home. I built this enclosure for the ants. And I'm going to test this out because I don't really know. But place it on just a grass or dirt block. This is grass. I'm just placing them on them. And they just make the hills. The top block, like you see them come out of, is technically called the anthill block. And I was really afraid before placing these that they would get out. I don't need them to get out and run around and make new colonies. But they didn't. They just stayed in here. I think the fence gates helped so much because I assume they can climb on the underside and then over of a regular block. That's why I put the fence right there and some trapdoors right there. I put the trapdoors in front of the glass because I didn't want to block the glass as a whole. Something I did notice, they are very passive mobs. They are very passive. They won't be for long, just to let you know. They like oak leaves so far. I need to test out more leaves, but as a whole, that's the only leaves they've gone after, is oak leaves. Just oak. The ones I've placed on the ground, I think they're grabbing a couple from the oak tree, but that was it. I was kind of hoping they were going to take from the blossom tree. They didn't. So basically it's there for decoration. I actually had to put more leaves in here. There was a bunch of leaves, and that's okay. That's what they're in here for. If I have to do maintenance, I just put a barrel of leaves right next to this. Well, I guess it's an exhibit. See that sheep? That sheep becomes collateral damage because it came in here when I was building, and I was like, well, you're stuck in here now. I did not dispatch this sheep like they're trying to do to me right now. I was trying to move the anthill up. That's where we're at right now. And I touched and broke the anthill, which is the top block. And look at those little adorable red eyes. That queen, I think, is the first ant that attacked me, was the queen. I'm not sure if that's the queen from that hill. But to let you know, they attack collectively. If one attacks and they're close, they all attack. The effect goes away pretty quick. The book says you're supposed to use shroom lights to move, or let's say pick up the, I think it's to pick up. I'm not sure if it's harvest like the fungus, now that I'm thinking about it, or to pick up. But basically, I was going off the premise of picking up a chamber block. It has to be a shroom light present, or they get hostile, aggressive even. And it's not, I wanted to move the chamber blocks because those are not supposed to be exposed to the sun or they turn back into dirt blocks. So this anthill block, the top block right there with the hole in it, that's the block I'm trying to move up. I've moved one already, but I'm trying to move another one. And these ants, they're not trying to attack me. They're just doing their thing because there's a bunch of them. I guess I can put more. I have some more pupa in here. I guess I can put some more in here. But anyway, I'm trying to move this one block up. I want to say the queen showed up after a in-game day. I think. Like she popped out of the hole and started doing her thing. That's another part of all of this. That's kind of when I'm trying to give you as many useful facts as I can as I'm learning this stuff. Because the book says stuff, but if you don't try it, you just never know what kind of limits or things that they're going to have. Those obstacles, stipulations. So Silk touched it. There's a chamber block there, but I need to move up there. They haven't attacked me yet. And there's that. And I get out. Because I assume they're going to start attacking me. And we just wait. And I jumped on. And of course, there's a queen ant first. And attack mode. And as a whole. But this is basically what I've been going back and forth to. See what I mean by collectively attack? They collectively attack. But this attack goes away so much faster than, let's say, bees or anything else. They just keep on going. But you'll see them just calm down. The red eyes go away, and eventually they do stop. But I think this was a really good little exhibit. I do add some more details, not too much, because I really like the grass that contrasts them. See what I mean? If I put too much dirt, I didn't want it to be so dirty. Still probably will add some dirt eventually. But there it is. A lot of ants. And I think I'm going to add more ants to that. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.